Do you guys ever look at me and think that like
Esther, can you leave?
Esther, you're the callous foot that we need.
Oh, babe,
you're the real nature girl.
Oh my God, babe, I didn't realize you were still here. Oh, Esther, hey.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Take a moment, visit betterhelp.com/Trash Tuesday today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Trash Tuesday.
Wait, have you guys ever heard of a medical pedicure?
No. Say much more.
They're like when you have problem feet. I don't know if you guys relate to that. I'm sort of like pre-problem feet. I'm getting there. Like
So
bunions, ingrowns.
Not quite podiatrist.
Not quite podiatrist, but I think they are offered at podiatrist offices. They're
like
covered by insurance. It's a pedicure, but it's like they really get in there.
Is this though where they shave the dead skin off?
That's the tip of the iceberg, babe.
Well, can I say I have a very, very strong opinion on that. And I believe you keep all your dead skin. Never, ever. What? You are to never remove an inch of it. That is like your calluses are what get you from place to place in life as a dancer.
Babe, even lizards and snakes shed once a year. You do have to get rid of it at some point.
No. You want that. That's your grip. You. This is what I don't understand.
Do you know how
what
sexy it is to rub your feet against a man when you're first dating and your dead skin cells just shed on his obviously dark sheets?
Okay,
we don't want your skin to catch on a man's sheets. That to me is such a turnoff for everyone involved. Like when you can hear yourself on his sheets because you're so dry and crusty.
That's me.
Me too.
That's me because I'm like nature girl. So like you, I'm like, I need these calluses. They serve a purpose.
Exactly. So you're on my side.
I am on your
me.
side, but there is a definite downside to that when you're in the dating pool. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, Esther, we're not all like wifed up 10 years in with Dave King. Like some of us are trying to seduce men still in the early stages.
I think if you want to seduce a man, though, it's like
Tell us about seducing a man again.
How would you do it today?
I just want to say that like this pursuit of like baby soft feet is wrong.
I'm with you.
Oh, really?
I do.
Because I feel like you have a history.
You have a point, but you're not making it right. What you're saying, and I do agree, is like it is sort of it's a losing battle. Like you're always going to lose the battle, but you have to keep fighting. That's what I'm saying. Because the dead skin will always come back. Like if you really are to have baby smooth feet, you have to basically slather your feet in Vaseline every single night and like put socks on. But it's just,
and then what? There's an earthquake in the middle of the night, and you get up and you're like, "Woo!" and you can't run.
Exactly. Like
you're not safe.
You can't act. It's an unrealistic foot standard, but sometimes there's a time and place, and you need to shave the dead skin off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're not in the era of like just stepping on rusty nails and getting tetanus all day.
We're not, but you want to be ready. Is my thing.
For carpentry.
Let's introduce today.
Please.
When Caroline's here, like I just get too excited about feet.
You guys, I'm so excited to be here. It's not even funny.
We have a visionary. We have a voice.
Oh my God.
She was my co-host on a beauty podcast called Glowing Up.
R.I.P.
That we thought no one was listening to, but recently have realized it had a cult following.
And beyond that.
Cult following means like 150 really dedicated people.
And that's
I think
what it
more
was.
than that, because having been in the beauty space for the past 2 years, every single person I've come across listened to you both.
We were the first, and you don't ever want to be the vision. Like you don't want to be the pioneers. The pioneers are the ones who die. Like the people who first came west died. And that was us in the sort of comedy beauty space. We were first, but we died.
We did though do a nationwide Sephora tour where we were paid in gift cards, and we were the happiest people like on the planet from that.
I was like, I don't need the gift card just to have the honor of performing in the hair section of a Chicago Sephora.
With my mom like picking us up and dropping us off. Or no, she Ubered with us.
So fun. It's like Glowing Up, R.I.P., legendary.
So that was our podcast that we started when we were writing together on Alone Together. And then now Caroline has since gone on to write for like literally the coolest, biggest shows.
Chad
with Dave. Dave. Chad is so
with
funny.
Dave.
And currently on Sex Lives with College Girls.
Ooh,
Season-
Jules loves that show. By the way,
Yes.
we
By
should
the
probably
way-
also introduce
Have at it.
my our Gen Z correspondent for the day. She is, I think, the true star of Bad Friends. Please welcome my niece, Jules.
Jules.
I think everyone thinks she's the true star.
I think so too. She's the
Hello.
reluctant star, but she is the truest star. But you love that show.
I love it. Have you met Renee Rapp?
I guess I'd say I consider her a personal friend. That gets you a lot of clout with Gen Z when you drop Renee Rapp.
Really?
She's so hot. Like I wanna.
Gen Z
Bae.
loves
Yeah.
Renee Rapp.
Yeah.
What is it about her? She just doesn't give a
And she's just so confident, but she's with the other lesbian girl, and both
Tova.
of them are like so hot together. Like threesome was a must for me.
I'll put in a good word.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Jules's fantasy land, Renee Rapp, and
I don't know, but right now Harry Styles.
What? Girl, that's so millennial.
that is very millennial.
Harry?
Wait, oh no, are you a zillennial secretly?
Yeah, I'm a zillennial.
Oh, that's not.
What is a zillennial?
That's less clout than just being straight Gen Z.
I think
Zillennial
that's
is
you.
cusp.
No.
No. But I really do identify with and I sort of speak conversational Gen Z. I'm not fluent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I really think Gen Z has it right in terms, especially fashion. Well,
Some people
Jules can
are.
teach us. Is Riz still cool?
Riz? It's okay, but do you guys say like slay per? Like,
Slay and per
do you
not
say that like
slay.
at the end of your sentences?
We've never said slay.
Not
Never.
often.
Like per. Oh, that's per. That's slay. Do you
You
say
know,
that?
I've never heard
nev-
per.
Yeah, I've heard per, but never used it. Don't know plans.
Wait, is per good or bad?
it's good.
Oh, it's good? I mean, I say it all the time. Did I say I didn't?
good?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, purr.
Per.
Okay, got it.
Slay.
It's like purr like a cat.
Yeah.
Slay purr.
Okay.
Can I pitch you guys a new business idea I
Yes.
had? So one of Esther and I's things we bond over are being like complete fantasy entrepreneurs in our own mind. And every time Esther and I have had a sleepover, we've stayed up till 3 a.m. pitching each other insane business ideas that would literally never work. And we go to sleep and we're so tired that we're like, this is it. Like, this is the one. One time we had an idea for what was essentially dry bar that has already existed for like 30 plus years. We were like, we should invent a place where you can just go and get your hair done.
It was
Just hair.
it
And we
was-
were like, oh my God.
It was like 5 a.m. She had a flight in 45 minutes. We're in my Skokie childhood bedroom. Just,
It's one of my all-time greatest memories.
I know, same.
But wait, before you pitch this idea, you do remember that even before we met, we were in a business together, the three of us, which is
yeah.
why our group chat has a name.
Oh,
Sexy
wait.
little ugly
What was the
girls.
business? Because we actually already have. I know you.
there's 80
Hold on.
there's 80 potential businesses
Hold on. I
between
know
the three of
you
us
think you're pitching us a business, but don't forget, 2 weeks ago we had a side combo of
about a
pitching
separate
business.
a separate business. This is my love language though. Like I think fake starting businesses that's friendship to me.
But you also literally started Fishwife, which is like there's a billboard in my neighborhood now. So it's sort of a joke, but like it's also sort of not. Like you have a huge business.
You
that-
have to throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks.
You do.
And it's sort of angel investor mentality. Like you can't just invest in one company and think it's going to hit it big. You have to invest in like 20 plus. So for me, my version of that is like inventing 20 plus companies. And certainly one of them will become real. Like it's a numbers
By the way,
game.
shout out to Fishwife, best branding, best name,
that's
best everything.
Caroline's baby, and
It's
I
so beautiful.
eat it pretty much every day.
What's your
It's
favorite product these days?
The salmon.
Still.
Are you kidding?
The smoked salmon.
Yes, it's so good. And no other brand makes like that exact kind of thing. It's so special to Fishwife because I feel like you can get tuna, that's almost easy, but salmon is special. What's your favorite?
That's such a good question. I really like our sardines.
Ooh, mackerel is mine.
Mackerel is so
Mackerel
good.
is
Mackerels are
so
advanced.
good.
I love everything. I'm such a freak for tin fish, obviously. I started a tin fish company. Like
You started the tin fish movement.
I started the tin fish movement,
Like-
but I really am. I mean, back in Glowing Up days, Esther thought I was crazy because I would talk about eating sardines all the time. I was like, you don't understand. Like everyone should be eating sardines. They're the ultimate hot girl food. They're-
Ultimate and sustainable, Esther.
But do you eat the eyeballs? Because she eats
I eat,
eyeballs.
of course, I'm Asian.
course.
Eyeballs is first. Eyeballs first. You go attack eyeballs first.
Eyeballs first, cheeks second.
Always. Cheek is like, I couldn't. Chef's kiss.
Why
that
are
even
these
more.
the dirty freaks? I'm upset. I'm like, why
We're
am I
the normal
into you
ones,
guys?
by the way? Like if you took a poll of the entire Earth, we'd be the normal ones.
If you took a poll of fish eaters, it's cheeks and eyeballs. Always.
You girls are gonna live forever. It's unfair.
But the cheek is tender, especially when you have
the cheek is the best part.
Yeah.
The guy who illustrates our packaging is this amazing LA-based artist named Danbo. I think his Instagram is Danbo Draws. He's amazing. And look, I don't know, have you ever been to Spain or Portugal?
Yeah.
So you know that tinned fish is a huge part of the culinary culture there. And like I grew up eating it. And when I traveled there, I was like, oh my God, now it's like it's such a thing. But there were restaurants that had tinned fish and wine. And there were stores that only sold local Portugal tinned fish. And the packaging was so beautiful. Like there were collector's items. So I was like, why doesn't something like that exist in America that's beautiful and healthy and sustainable? Like I just so saw it clearly in my mind. And I mean, I don't know. I love it.
For us, it's a little different because you grew up eating canned fish, right?
Is it the sardinas at that?
Sardinas, yeah.
We don't like to say the C word. We prefer tinned. Sorry.
But we don't have tinned fish. We have canned fish.
There is a difference. I'm not going to lie to you.
There is a huge difference.
Oh, there is?
Yes.
To me, like as a fish eater, it's like canned fish.
Right. Canned fish is we
Costco.
eat scraps.
Cheap, on sale.
Right. And it's like just sloppy tomato-based sauce.
Yeah.
Is it senorita?
Senorita, it's not good.
Senorita sardines, and we throw it over like some cheap noodles, and it's basically like our poor man's delight, but very big difference. Can and tin. This is sophisticated
it.
stuff.
So tinned is typically like a sophisticated
yes,
option.
very.
Okay.
In my mind, there is a difference. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I love cheap sardines. Like when their sardines are on sale at any ethnic grocery store, every ethnic grocery store like has their own canned fish, and I love it all. I'll eat anything. I'll put anything in my body if it's fish. I am a little squeamish, and I always think about that. Like, could I mean, you live in Hawaii, so do you like ever like fish and do activities like that?
That's her
Spearfish.
thing.
I actually like kill the fish myself.
all I know about spearfishing I learned on Survivor, but you see them spear the fish and they're like, it's not like salmon and trout and like things that I typically eat. It's like weird tropical colorful fish, and I'm like, no, I don't know if I would.
I mean,
eat
it
that.
depends because I spearfish here too in California, and
What?
here we get the yellowtail and the mahi. Well, we call them dorados. but-
Yes.
So we get the dorados. We get white sea bass. Right now is white sea bass season.
Do you
Who
eat
are
it?
you?
Yeah, of course. I don't just shoot for fun.
Oh, I don't know.
I
Shoot
shoot
to
to
kill.
eat. Yeah. No, you. There was, I think, but also calico bass is really good. A lot of people prefer like the bigger blue water fish, but yellowtail is one of my absolute
Are
favorite.
you like rolling up to Zuma and spearfishing? Where are you spearfishing?
Sometimes we usually take a boat out, but sometimes offshore too.
What?
Yeah.
You are so cool.
I know.
But so fish is my life. It's like my
I'm being outfished.
no.
I'm a fishrepreneur, and
Let
I've
me
been.
can I give you fish to smoke?
Please,
I will-
I have to buy. I want to buy a smoker for my house and start casual smoking.
Do you guys ever look at me and think that like
Esther, can you leave?
Esther, you're the
Sorry.
callus foot that we need.
Oh, babe,
you're the real nature girl.
Oh my God, babe! I didn't realize you were still here. Oh, Esther, hey.
no, you
But I
guys
didn't get to pitch you my business.
Yes, no, that's what we
do
want.
it.
Yes,
Believe
please,
me, we're not
pitch.
forgetting that.
Okay, so just to go full circle on it, a lot of fake businesses and real business are between the three of us. This is a completely separate business. Neither of you have heard about this.
Oh my God.
But I just want to say it's always an open door for either of you to get involved. And that goes for everyone in this room. Okay, so I'm afraid you guys aren't going to like it. I'm scared. Esther, you know that I'm really into diet soda.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Who isn't, by the way? It's a huge
It's
category.
kind of a guilty pleasure.
Huge category
I
already.
know you guys are really healthy, hot girls, but I'm telling you, out in these streets, girlies are still drinking diet soda, including myself. I'm not afraid to admit that I'm a Diet Coke drinker. Like, I wear that loud and proud.
I saw one of my favorite TikTokers this morning go to the McDonald's drive-thru just for
I do that all the
a
time.
Diet Coke.
I
You
feel-
do?
All the time.
I feel like Diet Coke never died though.
I agree.
Diet Coke's forever cool. I feel like you have everything you need with the caffeine. It's still caffeinated, so
Absolutely. And I love seltzers too. Like, I identify with Esther in that. Like, I'm a beverage freak.
are you a poppy Olipop pop culture girl?
I'm forever a Spindrift girly.
Okay.
I have real brand loyalty to Spindrift. But to me, Olipop, Poppy, they all offer such different things. Like, to me, those are 3 different sodas.
Really?
They really are though.
Wait, hold on. How is Olipop and Poppy different? Do you really
Well,
have an argument there?
Yes.
I really do. Poppy just has apple cider vinegar. And in Canada, they can't, on the can, it doesn't say any health benefits.
Correct.
In Canada, they're like, yeah, this is just apple cider vinegar. It's not pre or probiotics. It's nothing.
But are we really drinking it for that? Because I'm like, okay, less sugars, less stuff. I mean, that's enough. I'm not really drinking it for the probiotics.
Yeah, no, me either.
1000%
But I did
agree.
just see there was, just to clarify, there's a lawsuit against Poppy because they
Esther suing Poppy.
it is me and my dad. But it's because they claim that they have probiotics and they don't. So are you guys
Reading them.
both saying that Olipop is in fact better than Poppy, or what are you saying?
Different.
No, different.
What's the
different.
difference?
Poppy is more tangy because of the apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
It's a little more like zippy to me. Olipop's more of, Olipop has way more flavors, I feel, but they're more like creamy and substantial. Like, they're almost like a meal. Like, Poppy's a little lighter to me. I find Olipop, I'm not kidding, to be a little heavy. There's like Jerusalem artichoke.
I
in
do agree. There's
Olipop.
like
There's
a lot of fiber.
So I'm a beverage freak, and Esther knows this. I got really sucked into something called Utah soda culture. Do you know about this, Khalyla?
No, not at all.
So I learned about it on TikTok.
She
And
took it too far.
I'm about to take it a lot farther, babe. In Utah, there's a lot of Mormon girlies, and
I only know
Mormons-
about the Utah curls, which are going out of style.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm like hides my Utah curls. So in Utah, the girlies, a lot of them are Mormon, and a lot of them don't drink alcohol. Some of them
Right.
don't drink coffee. A lot of the modern ones do. So their big vice is soda. And they have invented their own insular beverage soda culture where there are a bunch of chains of basically drive-through soda shops, but not like in the 50s way that you think of a soda shop. And it's only drive-through, and you get a giant soda. They have every flavor, like mostly the girlies are getting diet, and they add shit into it, which at first sounds kind of crazy, but once you try it, you're like, why aren't we doing this all the time? The thing that they're really known for is a Diet Coke with a bunch of fresh lime in it and coconut coffee mate or like coconut syrup and cream. Like, it kind of varies place to place, but it's like a tropical pina colada take on a Diet Coke. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. They'll do seltzers and they'll like squeeze a fresh orange in it and a fresh lemon, and they have every Torani syrup. I'm not like a crazy Torani girly, but like their secret menu hacks. They have their whole menu with like a million different mix-in options. Like, it's kind of mind-boggling, but the girlies are addicted. They go like 2 or 3 times a day. It's a car culture kind of like LA, so you're always driving around and like living your cute little life. And styrofoam's not illegal there the way it is in California. So all the drinks are served in styrofoam, which I love because it keeps it colder for longer.
You're a styrofoam lover?
I mean,
I cannot. I have a sensory aversion to it.
I like the
The way she's
sensory.
selling it, though, I want some right
I know
now.
you're making me
wanna
want
eat the
styrofoam
cup.
I
soda.
do have a bit of I have the opposite of an
You eat the
aversion.
cup?
I have the urge to
You
take
eat the cup, don't
not
you?
to eat it, but to sink your teeth into it a little bit. Maybe a little bite, maybe a little gets down my throat.
uncomfortable. Oh
Okay, let's skip the styrofoam. The styrofoam's not. Let's not focus on the styrofoam. Let's not get hung up on that.
Sidebar about the styrofoam after.
Okay, we'll offline about styrofoam and wanting to eat it a little bit. So I'm obsessed, and it's sort of adjacent to Stanley Cup culture. Like, I learned about Stanley Cups first through Utah soda TikTok.
Is that where it started, the Stanleys?
It kind of did start in the homeland, in the heartland. It's not like an LA thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that
for
makes
sure.
sense.
The weird
That makes
Christian
sense.
girlies in the
Yeah.
heartland really started it.
Wow, they're really like,
Powerful.
yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift much? Like, we've got to listen to the white heartland girlies,
The
you know?
coasts are kind of losing their strengths.
Well, you got to give and take.
Okay.
You know, we can't invent everything.
Okay.
Point being that I do not know why this culture isn't in LA and hasn't taken off. I don't think Utah and LA are a one-to-one. Obviously, there's so many differences, but LA is obsessed with beverage culture. Like, I'm getting $10 coffees. I'm going to Erewhon and buying a can of God knows what. And if there were a place in LA that I could just drive through and get a little pick-me-up, a soda mixed in with stuff, a diet soda, maybe even like a seltzer with fresh lemon, fresh like muddled peaches. I mean, the sky's the limit. It doesn't all have to be diet soda. But the point is, I'm like having a vision.
A drive-through location. I definitely
you know?
feel like if I'm like driving and I have to like drive across town for like a stupid errand, the thing that's going to motivate me is if I can get a drive-through stop and get like a Diet Coke with fresh lime and fresh coconut creamer.
Yes,
like
it's an alternative to stopping at Cha Cha Matcha or something and getting a matcha. And I think it needs to
Yeah.
exist. Has to be drive-through. That's the key. There's like no indoor seating.
No.
Maybe you have a little outdoor patio. But think about it. It hits so many cultures. It's like teens. Like, can't you imagine like girlies getting their license and like you go to this place and you're with your friends? It's like a young activity. It's a sober activity.
Can there be boba?
There can't be boba.
No, boba is.
That's kind of feels
yeah.
really different, babe.
Oh.
No, there could be boba. It's very early stages.
I think we're boba'd out. There's a
I'm
lot of
boba'd
boba
out, to
places
be
there. Yeah.
honest. Dirty sodas, thank you.
And this is no
Thank you.
different than us doing like the suicide drink, right? Of putting the orange bang with
You have
But
that's the tip of the iceberg.
that's the origin like story.
Sort of,
Is like
sort of.
us experimenting with mixtures.
I think that's what that'll be your part of the story when we do our press interviews for launch.
no, that's good. Let's
Yeah.
start thinking about our connections to
yeah.
soda culture right
Yeah.
now. Everybody in this room should have a story by the end of this podcast. But it's like, think about it. You put cream and sugar and like cinnamon. I put like crazy shit in my coffee. And once you like get over the kind of like initial like, what, putting stuff in your soda, that seems weird. I'm telling you, it's very good. And it's like, it doesn't have to be creamy. Like a lot of it's just fresh fruit or, it's delicious.
I currently have an at-home concoction that I do, which is a lemon lime Olipop or Poppy, the new flavor, with straight up pomegranate juice and then maybe like a little bit of just a regular sparkling water just to sort of like tone it down a little and
yes.
ice. That it's so good. It's like a lime pomegranate sparkly drink.
Oh, and you can actually employ like instead of alcohol mixologists, like you can start a whole movement of a different kind of mixologist.
Soda
And you can, you can do like the Erewhon collabs with like this is Esther's
Tonic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you guys seeing it?
I'm seeing it.
in.
Yeah.
You're seeing something, right?
Yeah, let me transfer all of Dave's money into your account right now.
I'd love to get. I
Jules,
better get something.
is this something
I feel like it's gonna be like a hit. 'Cause
Really?
I think so.
You're seeing the vision.
It's just it's convenient, and I hate just going inside like a coffee shop, and the drive-through
Right?
makes it so much better.
also it's wholesome?
wholesome.
It's wholesome.
Yeah. And I
There's-
think Gen Z specifically is looking for candy stores and soda shops.
They love candy stores. Yes, this is a huge thing right now with Gen Z. There's this candy store in
Swedish-
New
the-
York.
Bonbon.
Yeah, there's
Bonbon.
that's the one in New York.
Yeah.
And there's like lines out the door.
I think I'm in,
Yeah.
Caroline.
We're all
feeling
in.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was so excited to pitch it to you guys, and it went better than I could have ever imagined.
But it's because you're a genius. And if all the slugs can comment below if they're in as well,
Yes,
let us know.
Well, yeah, and I need like ideas for a name. I don't know. Like I need the slugs to help with this business
Let's
idea.
workshop this. I mean, let's see this to completion.
Okay, let's do it. Quarterly check-ins. This is, by the way, pretty similar to the vibe of like when Esther and I think of fake businesses. Like now you see, like we're leaving with
see-
action items.
Yeah, you see how real it gets.
It gets really real.
Can we talk about this past week? I did a crazy thing and I got a full body MRI, one of those pre-nuvo
I want
scans.
to hear everything.
Tell us. I'm at
I'm-
the edge of my seat.
I'm pretty. That's what the MRI said.
Oh my God, Esther.
No, but basically, like I'm overall very pleased. Like they didn't find
Good.
any of the things that I was like hypochondriacisly freaked out about. It was like a few small things. Like there's like a spot on my spleen that like
A spot on your spleen.
Okay,
Yeah.
these are what we call incidental findings.
100%. What can it find? Can it find early stages of cancer?
Yeah, that's what I believe. That's what they say. And that's sort of like the whole like magic of it is that if it does find that, but I do overall feel like a sense of peace from doing it. Like there was, and I have dense breast tissue.
A lot of
Very,
women
very
have
common.
that,
I
very
do
common.
too, which is why
Yawn next.
yeah,
Not
that is the
unique.
most boring finding, which is why I think like I don't know why they still insist that women
I'm
get
like sick of hearing about dense breast tissue.
yeah, because
It's
when
a
you
racket.
get the regular breast screening, right?
mammogram?
The
The mams.
mammogram, they smush your titties when everyone can just go directly into an ultrasound, I think, which is
Yeah.
more conclusive findings, which is why I sent you to Dr. Richardson. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, if you have a lump, like don't even bother waiting for insurance or an appointment. Go straight. And I wish all women had access to just someone with an ultrasound or a
know.
breast doctor who's like, okay, actually, this is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I could check either of yours for you. I'm not licensed, but I can feel around in there. I get my cell phone flashlight. It's not perfect, but it'll get the job done. Just kidding. Definitely not.
So basically what happened like a couple years ago is I found like a small lump and obviously texted Nurse Khalyla. So she
Obviously.
did go to nursing school, just so you know.
I forgot, by the way, the most like painfully unqualified. I've forgotten everything. But
She
you're
says
keeping me
that,
fresh.
but-
You're keeping me fresh.
And so
having you
sh-
as a patient.
So I went to
That's
her
good.
breast doctor. They did an ultrasound. They found it was just a cyst.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so that's also something that showed up on my prenuvo scan, which is I have like my titties have cysts in them.
Yeah.
But apparently that's not a big deal,
It's
right?
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Cysts
have
are
dense
okay.
cyst breasts too.
You do.
Yeah. They're just lumpy.
Or you just want to be like me, or what?
I know. I was like, give me the Esther special. They can put cysts in. It was really expensive.
But you look great.
Thank
They
you.
look really good.
Thank you so much.
Not to freak you out, but what's the spot on the spleen?
Yeah. What does a spot mean?
Wait, let's pull it up.
A spot on your spleen.
Wait,
Where
why
is
are
your
you-
spleen and what does
It's
it
on the
do?
left side, and it's a very large organ. But
Large.
it breaks down RBCs, like red blood cells.
I heard
and stuff.
Arby's. That's absolutely what I heard.
Don't you miss Arby's?
I think about it probably once a
Did
day.
they close? Why did we
No,
miss it?
they don't. But they just aren't as
They're not as prevalent.
Yeah.
Horsey sauce.
Oh my god!
I know.
Okay, an indeterminate splenic lesion doesn't sound great.
But it sounds beautiful, whatever it is.
Will you read this
Yeah.
report and tell me what you think?
Minor finding. Minor.
So that's good,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
We detected an indeterminate lesion. The lesion is located in the superior medial portion of the spleen. The lesion measured 0.5 cm in
Now everyone
diameter.
knows about my
Statistically,
spleen.
this
Your
most
dream
likely
come true, shut
represents a
up.
hemangioma or cyst, however, is too small to characterize and remains indeterminate.
So it's like the size of the tip of a pencil.
Right. And they say majority of splenic lesions are benign.
It's probably like a piece of gummy
So-
candy that got stuck in there.
Wait,
It's like not a big
so
deal.
are you worried or no?
Did she seem
No.
worried?
But
babe?
you said that you were just a minute ago. She was like, "Well, the spleen is big. What is it?
No, but the lesion
Are my red
lesion
blood?
is,
Are my Arby's cells okay?"
I think you're fine.
Your Arby's cells are really low. You got to go get Arby's. I'm not liking the numbers I'm seeing right
Wait,
here.
why are your Arby's cells so high?
Oops. Oh, it says, Caroline, your blood type is roast beef?
Jules, would you get one of these? I know you shit blood on occasion.
Oh, I haven't pooped in like 3-4 days. of
Okay,
this,
why
so-
aren't we talking about that?
Dude, we need to get it. We need to get to the bottom
Yeah,
of our
hold on.
constipation.
Like, now I'm engaged. I'm locked in. I'm going to
What
figure this
about-
out.
Well, before we
Babe?
move on, prenuvo.com/Esther.
Okay, yeah. All right,
For
whatever.
$300 off your scan.
Babe, they're like $2,800, $300 off. That's like not going to make a
They're
difference. It's not even
$2,500.
tax.
They're so expensive.
But I'm really happy that you got one for free, babe. Congratulations. Anyway, let's talk about this constipation. What
Are
is
you taking
going on?
magnesium? Are you doing anything?
No. What's your fiber intake?
Oh yes, please ask her because we fight about this every day.
Do
Wait,
you
I
eat
bought
vegetables?
gummies. I bought gummies at the.
No, we're not talking about gummies. I'm talking like,
What kind of
are you
gummies?
eating
For fi-
vegetables? Let's talk roughage. Let's start with the food pyramid before we get to like our bespoke Erewhon fiber gummies. Are you eating vegetables? I'm talking leafy greens.
Yeah, let's start with breakfast. What do we eat for breakfast, Jules?
not matcha latte.
Okay, so there's 0 grams of fiber in that. Let's go to lunch.
Lunch, Tortilla with cheese, eggs,
Okay.
A lot of beige.
and that's it.
Where's the green?
I hate greens.
There it is. Babe, you're gonna have to increase that fiber somehow.
If you go to ag1.com/Esther.
Esther, what has happened to
just
you?
kidding.
You're like a human shell. You think
I'm
your
just
child
kidding.
would be proud of it?
I don't.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Caroline, wouldn't you say that Esther and I are mentally ill?
You guys are a
Whoa.
mess.
Whoa.
You guys are a mess, and I don't know how you get day to day.
But you have a little mental illy too, right?
Not really.
I guess you don't. You're pretty healthy.
Pretty much.
That's weird because you're funny and healthy,
Yeah, I guess I am.
but you still go to therapy.
Maintenance.
I think that's what it is, maintenance. I mean,
Yeah.
look, I'm a frequent mentee bee girly. I break down a lot. Things overwhelm me a lot. And you know, what better way to keep your grass green than therapy? It's been an indispensable part of my life. And if you're thinking of giving therapy a try BetterHelp.
I definitely have had the postpartum anxiety kick in, and I'm maybe gonna go back on my Lexapro. I haven't decided yet, but I'm also starting with talk therapy because I feel like that's just like the basic thing that helps. And you guys, today we're talking about BetterHelp, and it makes therapy so easy, which makes me so grateful for it. There's no parking, there's no having to do your own research, and it's all there. So take a moment, visit betterhelp.com/Trash Tuesday today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Trash Tuesday.
You guys, Ebb Ocean Club is out there to the world. Visit eboceanclub.com to check the new wave in performance hair care. We made a code for the listeners.
Yay!
It's Slugs 15 for 15% off your first order. Visit eboceanclub.com. I'm really excited to share this with everyone. Go give it a try. Do you like the scent?
I love it. I love it so much. I love the way it looks in my shower. And that's Slugs 15 for 15% off your order so that Eb knows you came from as a slug. Visit eboceanclub.com.
This is bad, babe.
I know.
You roughage. It's all about increasing the bulk. Do you know what I mean by the bulk?
Yeah.
You don't have any bulk in there.
Yeah, so what vegetables do you like? I've only seen you eat cucumber,
That's something.
I like
Carrots?
I like carrots.
but that's not enough roughage.
Not
that you
nearly
have your
enough.
beta carotene, but you're not getting the fiber.
Can you do like a green smoothie?
I'll
Okay.
try.
No. We're gonna figure this problem out. I'm not judging you. Like I'm solutions oriented. I'm brainstorming.
Okay.
Like I'm working with you right now.
It feels
We're
like
gonna
everyone
figure
in
it
this
out.
room has forgotten that I'm like I've had struggled with constipation for years. I'm a pro in this area. No one's really giving me my chance to speak on
All
it.
right, Esther, show us what you got. We're listening.
I think we all can agree that a magnesium supplement at night would really help her get things going. Am I wrong?
Correct, but you have to understand a mindset of a 22-year-old is not like supplement oriented. Like I have bought her Magox, Magsite, and I constantly remind her, are you taking?
I'm taking magnesium citrate and I still can't poo.
Okay, what about for
I
breakfast?
don't think the solution is magnesium. Like I'm trying to get to the core of it, and she's not eating vegetables. She has no roughage and bulk in her body. There's nothing to poop. It's like just a quesadilla that's stuck in her spleen, and like, I mean, this is like,
wait, is that what mine is?
oh, there's just a quesadilla in there.
I
Okay,
feel so much better.
you swallowed a whole can of poppy by accident. It's just stuck in your spleen. But this is like a really, really basic suggestion. What about just embracing a Metamucil cracker? It's like a very old person kind of basic sort of throwback, call back to the heartland.
Is this like psyllium husk?
I think it's got shit like that in it, but it's like a fiber bomb basically. And they come in chocolate and apple. I've heard the apple one's really good. And even maybe just like one a day. And it's basically like eating a cookie, but that's just a fiber bomb. Because she needs stuff to poop. Do you guys know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of
Like not to be so
You need
aggressive about your body and your poop, but I'm more passionate about this in the business.
Well, okay. What about, I have a breakfast pitch. Tell me if you would eat this, because I eat this every day and it's really helped me get regular, which is I do a sliced apple. Honey Crisp is my
Great
favorite.
with fiber.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I make a concoction of whole milk, full fat, whatever, Greek yogurt and peanut butter. Stir that up, fluff it up, and then I dip the apple slices into that, and it's so delicious. And it's like I wake up looking forward to it every morning. Would you?
For breakfast, I don't like. I like savory things. I don't like it when it's like sweet.
Yeah, so
Love a
Filipino
savory
breakfast, this is what a
breakfast.
Filipino breakfast looks like. This is what we grew up on. It's basically rice, dried fish, eggs.
Perfect breakfast.
Yeah, so I mean, tinned fish is also not out of the question, right?
Oh,
If sardines are available, then we eat tinned fish
Corned beef.
with what?
Corned beef.
Corned
Love
beef.
that.
So a lot of big savory things like sweet. Anything for breakfast is something I had to learn when I
hate sweet breakfast. I'm
Oh,
always
by the way, you
savory.
guys are treating me like I eat fucking a stack of pancakes. It's an apple.
You're outnumbered by brown and you're outnumbered by women of color right now. I'm half Persian, half Persian.
What?
we accept.
It's an apple. It's what about as a snack?
Esther's like, you go to apples.com/Esther.
/peanut butter. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
like-
I'm not like a big fan of fruits.
Yeah, she doesn't eat fruit either. Here's the problem, guys.
Interesting.
It's been a slow process to try to get her. When did you move here, Jules? When you were 16, right?
Yeah.
So it's been about 6 years of me telling her, like a freaking naggy mom, you have to eat your fruits and vegetables, and it's
She's
not
not going to do
happening.
it.
It's not.
I can see this already. Like we've tried a lot of solutions. It's not going to be supplements. It's not going to be fruits and vegetables. I feel like I've cracked something with the
Wait a
Metamucil
second.
cracker.
Back to our business of soda drive-throughs. Are we
Okay,
going to
that
have a
business.
fiber option for the young girls who can't shit?
Olipop collab.
Yeah, I think that would probably be the solution. Like I was talking to someone else about the business. I wasn't cheating on you guys, I swear. But they were like, what about protein shakes? Like that doesn't feel quite right to me to do like a smoothie thing because you can go somewhere else for a smoothie.
R.I.P. Body Factory. Did you guys ever get that back in the day?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. Body Factory was this place on Sunset and Fairfax.
It was like all exclusively gay men and
Yes,
Esther.
It absolutely
I
was.
can picture it now.
Like all of the early 2000s gay men hotspots. Zoom in on the photos. I was there. Millions of milkshakes, Body Factory.
End
The
of The
reason
Shining.
the reason I trust you is because you would go to Barry's not for the workouts but exclusively for the
Smoothies. Yes.
I
Caroline remembers
forgot
those
about
days.
that. Oh my God.
So they had one really good smoothie there, and also like Earth Bar back in the day, the Flax Master smoothie. Anyway, Body Factory was like, it was so good. I still to this day don't know what was in there, but they were the biggest cups. I believe they were styrofoam. Is that even possible? But
Yeah.
they were huge, and it was like a smoothie this big, and it had like 170 calories in it.
What?
It was so light and it tasted amazing, but then they shut down and I don't know why.
because it probably was 600 calories and they were lying.
They probably
something like
bulked it
that.
up with like batteries and like horse Adderall, like whatever cheap ingredients that were calorie free.
You don't understand. Like once every 8 months, I crave the taste of this smoothie.
We can recreate it.
I don't think you can.
I
Like,
can.
What did it taste like?
It was like a pineapple-y sweet.
What
It
was
was
it
like a tropical protein smoothie.
How is this connected to fiber? Did it have fiber in it?
I don't remember what you brought up, but because you wanted it. Your friend pitched you a protein place.
Okay.
And I'm like, we've been there, done that in LA, and
Yeah.
it didn't work because it poisoned us.
But will there be a fiber option for the girlies? I think it's got to be like an Olipop type thing.
Which, by the way, Jules should drink.
Yeah, Jules. There's our first
Oh.
collab with Jules.
Babe, if it takes me investing my life savings to get you to poop once and starting a whole soda business, I will do it. I will. Mark my words. Mark my fucking words.
Oh, thank you.
What
we
is
have banana
this?
breaks.
Oh wait, also by the way, guys, I just came back from Tokyo and I brought some treats that, yeah.
I love Japanese food, Japanese snacks, Japanese culture.
I know.
It was very overwhelming for me in the snack department. I will say. I mean, I tried to bring more fun
you
stuff,
go
like
to
more
a
of the
s-
mochi stuff, but they wouldn't hold, obviously.
I see already some things I like. Did you go to a 7-Eleven?
Of course. I mean, I ate there every day.
The Japanese 7-Eleven. My dream is to go to a Japanese 7-Eleven and get a sweet potato. They just have, or I don't know if they sell them at the 7-Elevens, but they have these roasted Japanese sweet potatoes that are like a convenience store snack.
The caramelized ones or
yeah,
the non-caramelized?
or like it just looks like pretty standard, like steamed or something or
steamed is
roasted.
really
Wait,
good.
have you seen the TikToks of people in Korea where it's like they go into the little market, the ice?
Yeah.
The ice.
The ice cup.
When I was pregnant, ice cups.
Wait, can you tell me what they
Wait,
are?
What?
It's connected to soda culture, kind of. But
I know it
continue.
is, but that's why everything's coming together at once right now. It's like you go in. Can you explain it?
You go into a convenience store in Korea, I think maybe in Japan too, but I'm not sure, and you get a sealed cup of just ice. It's not quite pebble ice. Somewhere in between pebble and full-sized ice. I can't describe it.
Yeah, it looks like the perfect ice, and it's all about that crisp seal.
It's sealed at the top, like the way that they do at boba
Tokyo
shops.
7-Elevens.
Yeah, I'm
and
sure.
I think it's
Okay.
coming to. I think there are some places in K-Town that
Or
do
you can
it
just
too.
fill it up with iced coffee.
No. So
Okay,
it's
tell
a
me more.
sealed cup of ice, and then you go
No.
into their fridge, and they have a bunch of different drink options.
Okay.
It mostly seems like juices. They don't seem healthy. I think they're
Yeah.
like full sugar juices
Yeah.
and stuff. And you literally just buy
your
the
own.
ice and you buy the beverage and you just pour it in the cup. But it's like a sensory thing. They make it look so fun on TikTok.
It gets me going. It's like the most
The ice
soothing thing.
is everything. Are we Pebble Ice girlies here?
I did get a Pebble Ice machine that was $500, and then like
Have
I
you
got
used
it the week after I gave birth, and then every like 8 hours it would make this really loud noise like, "Eh." And Dave said we had to return it.
You guys returned it?
Yeah,
You return
Full
things?
price?
it was hard.
Wait,
Wait, I don't return things
I
at all.
return everything. I just returned a couch to Costco after 3 years. I literally just like a week ago.
ovation.
Thank you.
Wait, this is so
Thank
good.
you.
I need this in my life. I have a fear of returning things. Yeah, I find I'm like terrified. I had a full-size mirror come in. Remember that, Jules? Cracked, shattered, like in 57,000 pieces, and I could not return it.
I have a confession. Believe it or not,
It's still in my garage, by the way.
I'll return it for you.
I actually
Just forward me the receipt. I'll do it in 5 minutes.
I didn't technically return it. I sent it back thinking they were going to send a new one to replace the sound. But then I got that they were like, "Do you want to just return it?" And once it was like out of the house, I was like, "Yeah."
You never really loved it.
I was just like, because you know what happened was when I was in the hospital after I gave birth, I was eating their Pebble Ice, and I felt like I need this, and then it kind of wore off.
That is a thing, though. The quality of the ice is like the most important thing.
That hospital ice at Huntington
It's
Hospital,
so good.
Stop in when you get a chance.
I've heard that the post-birth cocktail that the nurses make you. Oh, this is in my TikTok feed. Do you not know about? I mean, you literally just gave birth.
I didn't get the cocktail.
Really? Well, the nurses always post videos, and they do the big, the big hospital cups. Did you get one of those?
Yes.
It's like a Stanley, but for the hospital, and they do it's like cans or boxes of apple juice and cranberry juice on ice, and it's like the mommy cocktail.
Oh, Esther, you missed out.
Oh, they didn't give you that one, babe?
No, I had blue Gatorade though. It ruled.
That's good.
Cool. Okay, so I thought this came. It turns out I've already started.
Oops.
This isn't a fresh bag. Turns out I've eaten half of it. I don't know when it happened, but it must have happened in a blackout.
What a mystery.
But these ones are potato chip chocolates. So it's a potato chip wrapped in chocolate.
You're nasty, girl.
So I wanted have one.
Wait, so what's the best thing you ate in Tokyo, by the way?
I mean everything. I eat everything. I'm somebody that's the problem. It's like it's hard to. I don't have favorites. Everything just goes
they're a
in
little
and I'm
stale
happy.
from being open.
Are they stale? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me move on to the
ooh.
melon Kit Kat.
She's like, I need another Pronuvo. I feel sick.
.com.
They're not stale. They're delicious. She didn't say.
Wait, the chocolate
They
is
could be
amazing.
saltier.
Exactly. That's
I
what
need
I
more
thought.
salt.
Okay.
I'm like a
That's
savory, salty freak. Like
The
too
quality
sweet,
of
too
that
sweet.
chocolate.
of course, it's Royce. I mean, this is a
Good, right?
Hokkaido chocolate.
Yeah, it's
Nothing
good.
better. Okay.
More.
Second thing.
Wait, I have so many questions for you. Did you have a Japanese breakfast?
I had everything.
I love Japanese breakfast.
too.
Miso soup, rice and
Yep.
fish. Dream breakfast.
Matcha square.
Shut the F up. What is this? Oh my God. Is it like chocolate?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
It's like a fudge. It's like a matcha fudge.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Oh my God. Wait, this is the best thing I've ever had.
It's so good, right?
I hate chocolate, so I hate fudge culture.
I
But
love
now I like
fudge.
understand fudge, I think.
Wait, I don't like matcha though, so will I not like it?
Just try a tiny
She won't
bit.
like it.
You don't like matcha
Try a
at
little
all.
bite. Do you want to try a tiny bite of mine? It just feels like a waste if you're just having a tiny bite of.
The third thing we have is one of the Kit Kat. I've tried all Kit Kat flavors, I feel, but not the melon one.
I've never seen that.
Melon?
What's your favorite Kit Kat flavor?
Basic. Just like the
Plain?
yeah, I like a classic Kit Kat because I think that they've gone too far.
Matcha Kit Kats are my favorite.
Yeah, matcha is. But then I'm so again because I think we get a lot of matcha things in the house.
I love
It
my.
doesn't
What's
quite-
that over
Wait, I
there?
didn't know what kind of
under
matcha
the
you guys
matcha?
drink. Oh, I have so many questions.
Okay, this one is, or maybe you might like this one more, Esther. It's a fruit bar chocolate. By the way, if you don't like any of these, I did buy you a keto IQ bar,
Oh,
but that's from Sprouts.
oh,
It's not from Tokyo.
oh my god.
Can I have that one on ready to go too?
I brought you a bag of Cheeto Puffs, just from like 7-Eleven.
Okay, these ones I thought
These look fun.
these are fun.
Mama. Mama.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Here, Esther.
I can't
Have
reach
one,
it. My jeans are
Caroline.
too tight. Wait, this is so sweet.
Here, I'll get it.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Is this a Royce's version of a Kit Kat?
Yes,
Oh shit.
this is Royce's version of a Kit Kat,
And
and I
it's a
believe
s-
Royce is like a. You can't just buy it anywhere in Tokyo because they're a Hokkaido thing.
Uh-huh.
It's like a north of Japan.
No, I knew what
God,
that.
this
I
looks
definitely knew what
fucking
that meant. A fruit bar chocolate. I want to see the description. This is my dream dessert. I hate chocolate, so I'm gonna love this. It has like chunks of fresh fruit in it.
Delightful fusion of flavors in our white chocolate bars, crafted with a harmonious blend of powdered strawberries and
my God.
bananas,
Like, okay,
complemented
oh
by a
my God.
medley of premium dried fruits and crispy almond puffs.
This is
I
the
know
best
that-
thing I've ever eaten.
I like it, but I know my face is weird. I like it though.
Esther has basic Skokie tastes. Like she doesn't no offense, babe. She doesn't understand like cultural. Like this is.
She's taking big bites though.
She likes it.
I'm telling you, I like it. I don't know what's going on though.
It's a tart. It's a tartier.
There's a yuckiness.
It's
No,
fruity banana. Are you getting the banana?
that's what I don't like.
I love that.
We
I
only
don't
have
like
a whole
artificial-
segment dedicated to the fruit.
I know, but like a fake banana.
Yeah, wait.
Oh.
They just hit. There's banana pictures in here. I'm literally like everywhere. Look, there's bananas.
It's really hard for me to come to work. Okay.
This is
you happy?
fascinating. I guess so. This is the best thing I've ever had. I want to go to Japan and buy 1,000 of these.
Wait, can me, you, and Ace, let's go.
Absolutely.
Can you breastfeed?
Can she plan it? Wait, what is it called in the olden days? Like
a wet nurse?
A wet nurse.
Yeah, Caroline is Ace's wet
do
nurse.
wet nurses still exist outside of like
I
women
read
sharing breast
The
milk?
craziest news article this week about a Mexican police officer who was a woman, and she like found like a starving baby or something, and she breastfed it, and it like saved the baby's life. She wet nursed it, and she got a huge promotion in the Mexican police department. I don't know what part of Mexico she lived in, but it was like a huge news story in Mexico, and she was a hero.
That is so beautiful.
Would you breastfeed another person's estranged baby?
Not only would I have since I was 13. You guys don't fake breastfeed other babies?
Wait, I definitely
I'm
have.
a
I mean,
little
I'm not gonna
confused.
like
Kidding, but
out my
oh.
A
Wow.
queen.
I feel like in America, if someone did that, they'd like get fired and it would just be like frowned upon or something
Right.
shitty.
It would
You're
be
right.
like a Jimmy Kimmel monologue joke. And it would be like a video that went viral and her whole life would be ruined or something. But I liked this story. I
This
thought
is
it was really
amazing.
sweet and cool. Yeah.
That's so cool.
wait. So obviously she was still lactating, and
I believe so. Yes. She
Okay.
might had maybe her own newborn.
Wow.
those are my favorite stories. Like when dogs or when puppies, newborn puppies the mother has like passed, and they bring the litter to another cat or another dog, even if it's like interspecies, and then the cat or dog accepts the puppies because
Oh.
they have that inherent kind of maternal drive
It's
to
sort of like your guys' relationship a little bit. Like you
different
accepted
species.
Esther, even though, yeah.
even though there is no milk.
Even
she still
well,
suckles.
yeah, she'll take what she can get.
It
That's so
pacifies.
sweet. And I don't know. I don't know if I would let a strange baby suckle, but
I would. I think if it's a baby in distress, I think you just,
Yeah.
you know, you're like, you'll give anything.
Your primal instinct takes
Yeah.
over. When I have like a younger half brother, so I was like 12 when my mom had him, and I remember she learned like an old wives' tale to get him to stop breastfeeding that I've never forgotten to this day, where it was like, I don't know what, everyone stops breastfeeding at a different age, but maybe he was like a year or something. And she was told by one of her coworkers to rub garlic on her nipples to make the baby like not want to. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
That is.
I
Yeah.
love it. And for some reason, I've like never stopped thinking about it.
My mom told me that to get me to stop because I was so old, she just said, we're going to stop now. And I was like, okay,
Wait, how old were you?
3.5.
Insane. So you could stand. She could be sitting in a chair and you could just like stand and breastfeed.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
could tear the clothes off her mom probably and just have full access. Oh,
Yeah.
your poor mother. Yeah.
Wait, I have a question for you guys. I've been thinking about, a lot of this because obviously I have a child now. Were either of you ever princess babies? Like where someone called you princess or you dressed in a dress? Because I don't have the princess gene. Like I was never that. I wanted to be Pongo from 101 Dalmatians.
Mhm.
Yeah, the boy Dalmatian. Were you guys ever princesses when you were little?
I know Jules. I've seen pictures of you in princess dresses.
Yeah, I was like a Barbie baby, not princess. Barbie was my childhood.
but then you
too.
she would dress you up as Barbie.
Yeah.
I was a Barbie girl too.
I
I
loved
dressed as
Barbie.
Barbie for a lot of Halloweens.
Really?
I was never. So I had, when I was younger, apparently my mom struggled because I wanted to pee like a boy. I had a lot of young boy envy. And I, at like the age of 4, figured I could like lift my lips and pee into a wall.
Incredible.
So my
You're a
mom was
visionary.
having like a crisis about this because she was like, she doesn't want to just like sit and pee. She wants to pee like a boy. And I would reject all girly things, which is weird
I did that too.
because later on I love all girly things. It's just that when I was that age, I think something happened.
I rejected it too. Like I wouldn't wear a dress. My grandma gave me a baby doll for Christmas and it had to be in the trunk. I wouldn't get in the car with it. Like I didn't want any of the girly stuff.
Right.
And so I'm like, and I feel like, is it basically, I find before I had Ace, I was like, we're not doing any princess stuff. Like that's weird to me. I never liked it. But then now that I have her, I'm like, she's my little princess. I mean, she still is so young. She doesn't obviously understand. But like, is it bad to like call is princess culture bad? I've always had a negative.
I think it's important for little girls to grow up and hear that they're beautiful and amazing. Like, I think that praising your child is important. Like, I don't believe in being like, you're just you're just a kid and I'm not going to acknowledge your gender in any way. Like, and I do think that you can't deprive, like, I think you should give her the options. Like, she should give her like a truck and a Barbie. You know what I mean? And like, she'll naturally gravitate towards what she likes, you know?
Right.
Oh my God.
Oh, I love Jungle Book.
It's never too late, Stella. You could still go full Mowgli if you want.
A little red loincloth, no top.
Well, can I tell you that my sister and I were Mowglis, and my dad, who was born in 1924, R.I.P. Daddy,
100
would have been
years.
100 years this year in
Holy
August.
shit.
He had this. He wanted to infantilize us for as long as possible. So up until the age of like 11, when we had budding tits already, he would insist that we couldn't wear clothes around the house. We would be in just like white panties and with budding tits. I can't, and it's weird, guys. It was a dysfunctional
like,
household.
Hold on.
With like clashing generations.
Please
and so,
pause the tapes.
Yeah, actually, legally, we do have to stop the tapes, I think.
Khalyla.
I know. And so my elementary school teachers would write home and would tell my parents like, hey, she needs a training bra. She is so unaware of like her body. And my dad's like, yeah, because she's a child. And my teachers would be like, yeah, but she's growing up.
He just really didn't want you to grow up.
Yeah, and he wanted me to stay Mowgli, right? So I was full Mowgli. So I would go to the fruit stand. So there were like these little stores around the corner. As at 10 and 11, still in my underwear, holding my dad's hand in my fucking underwear.
Tits out.
Budding tits out.
Tits, sorry. Sorry, it's important to say budding. Where was this?
In the Philippines.
Okay.
Yeah, there would have been, arrests would have been made, I think.
No, I was like
Really?
imagining you. I don't know what I was imagining.
Jules, does this sound typical for the Philippines or?
I don't know because when I turned 11, I started wearing bras already. Like my mom was like, wear this already.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
mom was a lot more normal than...
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a cultural thing. It seems like your dad
It was
thing.
my dad was a European man. He was French.
Oh, why didn't you mention that? They hate clothes. They hate when children wear clothes. No, I don't know. That doesn't really even help me understand it anymore necessarily. I'm as confused as ever.
I think
I do have to say I'm still stuck on the phrase lifting my lips. Like the way I haven't stopped thinking about that phrase for even 1 second in the last 15 minutes. But this childhood you had, like lips were lifting, tops were off, going to the fruit
Right.
stand. Like I'm piecing it together why you are the way spear fishing.
Also, I know there's.
Sorry, I'm like, still hung up on that.
I know
didn't
there's.
you were going to take it all the way there, but that does make sense that I do like
I'm seeing
a
it.
spearfish.
I'm
yeah.
seeing it.
I understand that like some of what you just said was somewhat disturbing, but I do see a little bit of the possible. Like I understand wanting to keep your child like a baby and not wanting them to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
So I that angle I buy.
I was also spoon fed until I was 12.
Okay,
What?
And we're and
And you
cut.
grew up in a cult, and
Yeah, it was very.
I know that's not a Philippines thing.
I know that's just my mom
Not
having
all-
control issues, I think, and like making sure that I got my roughage.
Well,
And
I know you were
my-
pooping at least.
Yeah, it was so weird. Now I didn't think any of this was weird, by the way, until I start talking to regular.
Not you, tits out, being spoon
the
fed.
farmer's market.
What an unbelievably weird but magical childhood.
Oh wait, I have
You're
reports.
giving Esther ideas, and I don't like this.
Wait, I have 2 major reports of things that happened to me in Tokyo, which is it's more of a health update since you gave your Prenuvo.
Thank
and
you.
Jules
I feel
shits
like
blood.
my Prenuvo got cut off pretty early, just because Jules is
Say the link
constipated.
again.
give your code
Say the
again,
code,
Esther.
whatever.
We didn't. I don't know. That's fine. It's fine.
2 things happened in Tokyo. Very unfortunate. One is, I don't know if you guys get styes a lot.
I don't, but I know people that struggle.
So this
Okay,
styes
so
been
you
here
do?
for 2 weeks. And in Filipino culture, what do they say about styes, Jules?
That you killed a lizard.
Oh God, we have 2 very, very different mythologies. I was told that you saw a dick you weren't supposed to see.
What?
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I told
lizard.
you I'm sorry. Okay. I just wanted you to see it for a second. I'm sorry. I didn't know it would give you a sty.
At my own launch.
I know. I was backstage and I just wanted Khalyla to see it. Okay, but sorry, continue.
Okay, so a sty. And my first hemorrhoid.
Oh wait, that's your first?
My very first hemorrhoid in my life. And this is after like climbing temple steps for 2 hours. And I think I overdid it. I stretched it honestly felt like, you guys, when I thought of having my first hemorrhoid, which is inevitable for most of us, I thought, oh, it'd be a cute little outpouching. No, this thing was a fucking prolapse. Like my asshole, like I had a fucking like rattlesnake rattler.
It was just hanging kind of.
Yes.
Could you see it when the cheeks were closed?
I didn't. I went up some steps for 2 hours. I got my little Japan workout in Kyoto.
You cheeked hard.
I cheeked hard.
Is exercise induced?
I have no idea. So immediately after, I had a little bit of. I had to go to the bathroom. Did that. Washed. This is Esther. Brace yourself for this. Washed, and I was like, oh my God, there's still stuff there. So I yanked on it, thinking it was. Not the yank. I yanked on it thinking it was stuff, and it wasn't. It was my own hemorrhoid.
Do we have like a vomit bucket covered in bananas or something? A
my
cute
God.
vomit
I
bucket.
know. And so
Here's my Stanley.
but here is where it gets interesting.
Here?
So I turn pale in the shower. I call my sister, call my mom. Everybody come in. What's going on?
Japanese police.
Yeah. I think the number over there is 119 because I was so close. It's a reverse of 911, I think. I was like, someone's got to come in. This isn't. And so they inspected and they were like, wow, okay. Like you really.
It's the one thing that hasn't been Google searched this whole podcast, hemorrhoids. I appreciate that.
I'm going to get a hemorrhoid sponsor soon. Just
Oh my
you wait. I'm
gosh.
going to have a code soon. So I went to the first pharmacy I could find, and it was a pharmacy that this woman's grandmother had ran for like 200 years.
Okay.
And so all of the
So
compounded...
a 200-year-old
years old.
woman.
Okay.
Right. And I thought that I had to use Google Translate to be like hemorrhoid.
Same in every language.
But she looked at me and I was like, yeah, I'm having, and she was like, hemorrhoid. She gave me this concoction, this cream that they don't sell in the States. That
Did you bring some
thing
back?
crawled right back up and I haven't seen it since. I am hemorrhoid free.
This is like a Miyazaki movie. You found
It
a
really is. This is-
200-year-old pharmacist who could tell you had a hemorrhoid just by looking at you.
honestly Studio Ghibli.
Very.
Like fund this movie.
100%.
Right?
Your hemorrhoid can crawl? That's concerning.
Can I just say I've never had a tighter asshole than I do now.
it just got on me. Get it off, Khalyla. Get it off me.
It attached to your spleen.
That's what it is. Prenuvo.com/Esther's spleen hemorrhoid. I have so many questions. It's disgusting. Do you think that the hemorrhoid popped off on the temple steps, or do you think that you were brewing a little something and the temple steps gave it the environment in which it needed to flourish?
What makes me sad is that I said a little prayer at the temple that meant so much to me, and I had tears in my eyes. And the gift I got from that was a fucking hemorrhoid.
That's harsh. The Japanese gods were not.
They were
looking
not on my
kindly.
side.
No, they were not.
They were not on my side. So I do think that I did get it on my way down, not up.
How could it pop off so quickly like that?
I have no idea.
Something's
Honestly,
not adding up.
something is not adding up, but there was, in fact, my sister was like, is it a hemorrhoid or is it a prolapse? I can't tell.
Oh.
My sister's a nurse.
Oh.
Yeah, so she too was concerned, but this lady cured me, and I'm not dealing with it. Within an hour, it was gone.
I feel like because
What?
the 200-year-old pharmacist cured you, like in like a few months, you're gonna find out like what price you have to pay for the cure. Like something's gonna appear and like take away like your soul or your beauty.
You're going to be visited by a Japanese spirit, and you're not going to like what you have to hear.
By the way, I do know the active ingredients in this cream, but I just know that they don't have that same combination in the US because Japan is really high tech with their stuff.
Bidets.
Oh my God, bidet culture.
The first thing I did in my new house, bidets on every toilet.
Beautiful. No, when we went to Japan, when we came back, the first thing we did was order a bidet and a heated toilet seat.
Of
like
course.
that
Yes.
changed. Like
It changes the game.
Yeah. I have to admit though, when I went to Japan, I did something that I sort of now regret in hindsight, which is I focused exclusively on eating at restaurants that we have here in LA. Like I ate at the Earth Cafe in Tokyo and like the
Your
Applebee's.
trip to Japan triggers me.
I know. I'm
I don't like
sorry.
hearing about it. You were in a wheelchair the whole
I
time because you
know.
stubbed your toe. Like
I know.
up until the very last minute, you're like, I think I'm going to cancel. I just don't want to go anymore. I'm like, it's Japan. You have to go.
But I do feel like I didn't really go because the whole thing is on vacation is walking everywhere. So I have to go again. I have to
I'm
go.
dying to go.
I feel like you are a 12-year-old Japanese boy at heart.
I
I've always
agree.
thought that was your essence. So I
Thank
feel like you
you.
need to return to your fatherland.
Caroline, I think we should go.
I would go any second. Like, you mean you did just have a baby?
You guys, it's so cheap to travel there right
It
now.
is?
Yeah, I would take, but it is also very crowded. So if you're just not up for the big crowds right now, but it's like the food is endless.
Can you bring a baby around or is that like rude?
It's a tough flight.
I
with a
mean, people
baby.
do, and when I look at parents, when I saw parents in Japan, I'm like, wow, that is so brave because it is.
it's like the small streets and you want to have maneuverability and like the hotels are small.
Maybe I can like, she's still young enough, I can just like put her back in for a few weeks.
Put her back in between the lips. Lift the
Wait,
lips.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does anal cause hemorrhoids?
Yeah, what causes hemorrhoids? Thank you for bringing back to hemorrhoids.
As far as I
Pushing?
know, yes, pushing, but it is just it's a blood vessel that is inflamed. It's like a varicosity. It's like a varicose vein, but in your butt, right?
Wait, I think that's what I have in my uterus.
From your Pernuvo
You have a
scan.
hemorrhoid?
We'll talk about it offline.
No, it's okay. Talk about Pernuvo again.
I think it's pushing, not eating your roughage.
Yeah, babe, it's not going to be the anal. It's not your sloppy anal that's going to cause it. It's going to be the fact that you don't eat vegetables.
Yeah,
I mean, get her the crackers.
You got to give her the crackers, the
I'm gonna
Metamucil
order
crackers.
her
I didn't even
some.
know they had those.
I learned about them from Howard Stern. He swears by the Metamucil crackers. He eats them every day. Sorry, but it's true.
So this is where the girlies are getting their tips from now?
I didn't want to say where I learned it because I knew I was going to get this reaction.
From an
but
old man?
Yeah.
So we asked you guys some questions. And are these all beauty related? Oh, great. Oh, and one from Mario Hernandez. What's really the best kind of body lotion? What are the factors to choose the best one? I have
a lot of opinions on this
Yeah, me
too.
too.
I want to hear what you think.
I stick to the basics. CeraVe, Cetaphil.
I agree.
I think everything else is a con.
I pretty much agree. I mean, I do believe in moisturizing, especially when your skin is wet after the shower. I do notice a difference. But I feel like the thing we've really learned about moisturizing in the past few years is all about slugging and like putting an occlusive layer to really seal in the moisture. So my legs are the only thing that get really dry. And I have a spray bottle of Aquaphor that they sell at the drugstore. So when in the winter, when I'm really dry, I like use whatever body lotion, cheap.
Yeah.
And I'll do like a thin layer of Aquaphor on top to seal it in. And it makes a world of difference.
Spray Aquaphor.
Yeah, it's like very slippery and like a weird, it's like lighter.
I love that.
Highly recommend looking into it. But you know how like Aquaphor itself doesn't moisturize, but it like seals in the moisture.
But that's what I love about the old school tinned Nivea. Just that thick, goopy, it's not going anywhere for 6 days.
Yes. Like I say moisturize with whatever, but look into locking it in.
I don't lotion. I know that's like,
I'm not surprised.
I know. I don't really lotion, but if I am in like a mood where I want to, I like the Necessaire body
Necessaire is
cream.
good.
And then I like a body oil.
That's what Jules has been all about, the body oils.
I prefer the oil than the lotion.
Why? It doesn't slick you.
I like the feeling about that, and just the lotion doesn't moisturize me at all.
I do a oil and I seal it in with a lotion. I'm sorry, I'm really stuck on the multi-step of it all. I believe in the seal because I think the oil, it feels nice and it like soaks in, but I don't know that it really, gets in there.
But Esther, you're notoriously anti-lotion in general,
yeah,
right?
and you're dry all the time. It's like love being dry. It's like your whole personality.
I'm only dry in this climate. Okay, when I'm in Skokie, I am not dry at all. I'm right on track when I'm there. But I tend to find, and this honestly came a lot from doing glowing up for years. Like, I feel like we tried everything in that like 3 or 4 year time frame that I'm a little jaded. I'm like, I don't really know what's good and what, like, I'm like, is it all the same? And like, I just,
No, you learned nothing.
well, I learned vitamin C is a good ingredient in skincare.
Unless you have eczema like me. Vitamin C can be very caustic to...
And niacinamide, doesn't niacinamide cancel out vitamin C? There's
Does
certain
it?
ingredients that you can't use with vitamin
Yeah,
C.
okay. What did you learn from doing glowing up?
A lot, Esther. I learned so much. We also shout out to Everyday Oil. Have you tried that, Jules?
Oh, I
It's
love everyday oil.
such a
Never
great.
tried.
You would love it. It's like the most natural blend of amazing oils.
Smells
They have
like
a
the
scented and
forest.
unscented, but I like the scented.
Yeah,
And they have a new
it's-
scent now. Have you tried it?
I have. It's very good. But the OG is
I
the
know.
best.
And it comes in those beautiful, chic brown glass bottle. I love brown glass.
Yeah.
You were gonna die. You're gonna
Okay.
love it.
Everyday
I'm
oil. It's so good.
You guys, you don't tell you you didn't learn anything. You're gatekeeping good products
I am
from
not
Khalyla.
gatekeeping. I'm not gatekeeping.
I'm sorry.
over
Okay, I
here
triggered Esther.
flaking my dead skin cells everywhere.
I just, okay. I'm not trying to flex at all. I'm just merely trying to prove a point. I didn't put any oil or lotion my whole pregnancy, and everything is the same.
No stretch marks?
Maybe like 1 or 2 on the side, but I've had those there. I've also had a ton there since 8th grade.
I feel like so much of stretch marks really is genetics.
Absolutely, 100% agree.
Or also for pregnancy, it's like how big are you getting? Or like for me, I think because my stomach has always fluctuated over the last like 20 years, I've had many weights, that like pregnancy wasn't that big of a change in my body.
Does it matter? Is your stomach smaller when you have an anterior placenta? Or does it not?
I've heard that, okay, so like placenta, this is like deep cut for pregnancy, but most placenta placement, it's usually like in the back of, right?
Posterior, yeah, behind.
Yeah, it's like behind the baby. I had an anterior, so my placenta was at the top of my stomach. So it was like the placenta and then baby beneath it. They say that that could make you show less, but I don't know if that's true. Or they also say it makes you feel the baby less, which I think is a little true, but I still felt her and it was fine. Yeah.
Do you have the line? I can't remember what it's called. but
Linea
the hormonal-
nigra.
Yeah. Oh my God, Esther, you have abs?
I know.
Me?
Esther, your snapback is insane.
Dude, she sent me a mirror selfie
Don't tell
yesterday.
everyone.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
But I was like, abs, bitch? You're 2 months out.
I feel like your body's better post-baby.
I kind of agree. I think pregnancy was so hard that was like where I suffered, and postpartum is not so bad. I don't know.
That's hopeful.
You're amazing.
That is hopeful.
really incredible.
But
Maybe I
also,
should
like,
stop
it
using
doesn't
body
matter how you
lotion.
look. I want to
Yeah,
just
it
feel
doesn't
good in my
matter.
body.
Yeah, of course. All right. Wait, I see a question that is something I'm really passionate about. Can I read it?
Yeah.
It's from Jen Davenport. I don't know if we're supposed to read the names.
Yeah, I think it's
How do I make my skin less oily? Perks of Italian genes. Jen, wherever you are, whatever camera I'm supposed to look in, girl, I feel you. I have, as Esther knows, the oiliest skin in the world. It's the bane of my existence, but I've learned to embrace it because it's the reason I'm going to have less wrinkles.
Yeah,
So,
you
Jen, you're
oily
gonna look-
girls are so lucky.
and it's counterintuitive, but for oily skin, you've got to moisturize because when you stop moisturizing, your skin wants to produce more oil to compensate. But if I moisturize pretty much once a day, I'm not a twice a day girly, it does seem to kind of help keep the oil manageable. And you got to find like a light moisturizer though. It's got to be something that works with your skin. I use this Korean one by, oh my God, what's it called? It's like the Centella
you're
light
gatekeeping?
gel.
You're pretending not to know?
It's Korean, babe. I can't pronounce it. But like light is the key. Nothing like heavy or thick for dry skin. And I swear by oil, like Clean and Clear, like the blue oil patches. Like I use one of those once a day and it really helps suck up the oil in the middle
like
of the
the
day.
old school paper ones.
The old school paper ones. I
those-
like the
I love
blue
those,
ones. I don't know
yeah.
what material it is. It's like made out of like microplastics, but literally don't care. I absolutely love it. And then I have a very specific product recommendation, and then I'm going to be done. La Roche-Posay makes a face spray. You know how like the mineral water face sprays? It's like one of those, but it has zinc in it. It's called Zinc, and it's used, I think it's like a medical, you know how in France, all of those brands are used in like hospitals?
Yeah.
So it's like a specific medical use, but it absorbs the oil and makes your skin less oily, and it's so refreshing. I think it's like 10 or 15 bucks on Amazon.
But it's not the hypochlorous.
No, and I love hypochlorous.
I do too.
Love. Do you buy it unmarked on Amazon?
I don't. I use one from Prequel, but after yoga or after workouts.
Every workout.
Yeah.
have to do that.
Or where I know I sprayed on where I know my face might land on my yoga mat. Just to kind of
It's how I stop breakouts, prevent
Yeah.
breakouts after working
Yeah.
out. But no, the Zinc is just like it's like a refreshing face spray, but it has the zinc in it, and it absorbs.
But that
and
also
helps
just
with-
sounds like an experience. And I think that's most of why I
nice.
buy things, for the experience and the scent of it all. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, speaking of sprays, and because I do agree a face spray is an experience, and I use the Tower 28 face spray still.
That's what we're talking about. Hypochlorous.
It is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I shouldn't have been zoning out. Wait, what?
Have you been listening at all when we've been talking?
Prenovo.
We're on
are we
your
talking about Prenovo or
podcast.
not? Wait,
Prenovo
wait.
sauce Esther.
What is
Code Esther.
what is that stuff? Because I use it and I'd like
It's
it.
called hypochlorous acid, and
What
it's
is
like
it?
a cousin of chlorine, and it kills bacteria, but it's gentle on skin.
Do I have any reason to be using it if I don't have oily skin?
You
It's
also
not
don't-
about oil.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be, like to prevent breakouts from, happening if you're like a workout girly type.
Like sometimes my breakouts are caused by having like bacteria from sweating on my skin. Breakouts can be caused by a lot of things.
I love
It's also really good for eczema too.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I know it's good for eczema.
I love the smell
for
of it.
sensitive
It has
skin.
like a
Chlorine.
fresh chlorine adjacent smell, and I use it and I don't know why.
But the TikTok girlies say you can buy it in bulk on Amazon, and it's way cheaper than Tower 28, and you just refill your Tower 28 bottle.
Smart.
It's like a jug. It's
Does
the
it
same
help with acne?
It's like acne can be caused by so many things, but for acne that's caused by sweating, or like if you break out after you work out, spray it on your skin after a workout.
Yeah.
And it is a game changer.
What pimple creams are you onto right now, Jules?
It's
I
just
see
the-
Starface.
Yeah, it's the Neutrogena one, the cream.
That
it's
works on
just-
you?
Yeah, it
Acne is
works.
another this is like a separate hour-long conversation. So it's like what's causing your acne, what things do your skin respond to? Like acne is a real passion thing for me.
Yeah, and the lie where you eventually outgrow your teenage acne is such a fucking lie, because like I still break out on my back once in a while.
Oh, I have
Hypochlorous.
Yeah, but
really.
I also recently got a Bacne like body spray from it's like either CeraVe. It's like one of those brands.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I'm covered in
It's-
Bacne. I need to get that.
Oh, it's so good. It's I think it's CeraVe like body acne spray. Search body acne spray. A bunch of brands make them now, but they're amazing. And it's like, those continuous spray bottles that you can like hold upside down and
Yeah.
spray. It's like that. So it's like really easy to get on your back. It might not be CeraVe, I'm sorry. But it's a blue bottle and it's drugstore. I can't remember.
Speaking of blue bottles and plugging my own brand, one of the reasons why I was very like
Queen.
It's so
Ebb Ocean
cute.
Club. One of the reasons why I needed clean like hair care in general was because of my eczema. It was because, do you guys ever use like heavily scented or a shampoo or conditioner that you love but breaks you out? And that happens to me so often, and I get the little crust in my little like tea.
You're very
section.
sensitive.
I'm a very sensitive girl, so this is why.
Sorry, I just smelled a foil wrapper.
Wait, I know we have to wrap up, but I do want to get an answer to this question from you, Khalyla. Is ebb good for the girlies who work out a lot and get sweaty hair, or just ocean salt water?
It's for everyone. The reason that it's inspired from by the ocean is the fact that like I just have a very specific kind of lifestyle where my hair gets just fucked up, right? And so I think of me as just the guinea pig of having difficult hair plus going through the elements constantly. And the idea is that if it works for someone like me, it's going to work for just about everyone. Sweaty hair, clean hair, and everybody. This is for everybody, even though
Also,
the genesis is.
You don't talk a lot about it, but I know that you work out a lot.
I do.
So I
Wow.
assume that ebb is good for that.
Yeah. And
And you secretly work out all the time.
I'm annoyed.
I do.
Yeah.
and don't talk about
She's
it.
hardcore.
It's because, my mom does this thing that is super annoying. And then now I understand, which is my mom has always had extremely like optimal physique, always with a six pack my whole life.
I hate her.
Just so fit. She's 65 and can still do like those corn cob push-ups.
What
She
the
can do like one-handed push-ups. I mean, ask Jules. Like she puts us to shame
crazy, yeah.
daily. But she never talks about her body. She just kind of just does the work. She does it because she has the mentals, And so
Esther cannot relate.
but she's one of
sorry.
those people that just like has never like I'm like, Ma, why don't you wear shorts? Show off your arms, wear sleeveless things. She's like, for who? For what? This is for me. I'm like, ew, if I had that body, I'd be nipple tassels all day. That's
All
it.
day,
I'd be
all
back to
day.
Mowgli.
You'd be back to Mowgli.
Oh my God,
You'd be
you
Mowgliing
guys.
up the stairs of the Japanese temple, hemorrhoid flapping in the wind.
You guys, we have to go.
I know, everyone's so annoyed with us. I'm
Caroline,
sorry.
where can people find you? You have the funniest Instagram.
I'm on Instagram. Oh yeah, but I barely update. I used to run official Sean Penn, but I'm like so over it now. Caroline _Goldfarb on Instagram. Sex Life of College Girls Season 3 coming this fall.
Yes, you are the voice of that show.
Eatfishwife.com and TBD Soda Drive-Thru coming at you
We're on board.
2025.
We're on board. By the way, Caroline, please come back
I
every
know.
week.
We need you.
Literally any time. I know I'm sort of a D-list guest for you guys. You guys have been racking up some major guests. But I can be like your backup, like the way that when guests would cancel on the Tonight Show in the 80s, they would just call like Gallagher or whatever. Like, I'll be your Gallagher.
People have often said that you resemble Gallagher, so
He's my doppelganger. R.I.P. Thank you guys for having me. I had so much fun. I love this podcast and I love both of you so much. And
Thank
truly,
you.
it's exciting to be here.
And everyone go check out Ebb.
Go to eboceanclub.com.
And if you want to save lives, go to prenuvo.com/Esther. I know it's expensive, but they're working to get the price down.
Can you put a cost on health? It turns out you can, and it's $2,800.
It's horrible. I'm sorry. We love you guys. We'll see you next week with a brand new episode.
Thank you, Jules.
Cool.